This presentation covers standing waves that are open at both ends. This kind of standing wave begins and ends with an antinode. Several wind instruments make this kind of wave. All the standing waves you see here are open at both ends and begin and end with an antinode. You count the wavelengths by knowing that the distance between an antinode and a node is 1/4 of a wavelength. So ANA is 1/4, 2/4, and a half a wavelength. The second harmonic is ANANA, so when you count the quarters, you get 4/4 or 1 wavelength. There are 6/4 wavelengths in the third harmonic. Each harmonic is a whole number multiple of the fundamental. The only standing wave that has frequencies that are not a whole number multiple of the fundamental is one that is open at one end. Every standing wavelength is always a whole number multiple of a half a wavelength. We can use the velocity formula to create an equation for frequency. Let's try a problem. A sound wave resonates in an open tube with a length of 1.5 meters. What is the resonating frequency when the velocity is 340 meters per second? When we count the quarters, that's antinode to node and node to antinode, we count off 6/4 wavelengths. Since the length is 6/4 wavelengths, then the wavelength is 2/3 of L, which turns out to be 1 meter. Now that we have the wavelength, we can use the velocity formula to find the frequency. A sound wave resonates in an open tube with a length of 4 meters. What is the resonating frequency? When we count off the quarters, we get 4/4 wavelength. So the length of this tube is the wavelength, 4 meters. Plugging into the velocity formula, we get 85 hertz. The lowest frequency in an open tube is 200 hertz. Which of the following frequencies will resonate in the tube? Since in an open tube, every harmonic is a whole number multiple of the fundamental, the only number that's a whole number multiple of 200 is choice D. A sound wave resonates in a tube with 2 open ends. What are the wavelengths of the 3 lowest resonating frequencies generated in the tube? The lowest frequency would be ANA, the fundamental, that's 2/4. So the wavelength is 2L, so we pick choice B. This is the end of my presentation on standing waves open at both ends.